Time now 7:13. Lawmakers in the House approved the impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. Wednesday, every Republican voted to move forward with the investigation. This coming as some still think there has yet to be evidence of misconduct by Biden. Meanwhile, Congress leaders slamming the vote as baseless as Democrats accuse Republicans of prioritizing a partisan stunt over other crucial issues.
Good luck to all these Republicans who have to go home and justify a sham impeachment to their districts while telling them that we haven't passed the budget, we haven't reauthorized the Farm Bill, we haven't done a single thing that helps Americans live their lives.
So far, Republicans have found no evidence of wrongdoing by the president, but an impeachment investigation that would extend well into 2024 is another political headache for him as he ramps up his re-election campaign. A judge has placed Trump's 2020 election interference case on ice while he appeals his immunity claim. The delay comes as the former president further pursues his claims of his immunity from prosecution. After the ruling, the federal appeals court requested to expedite consideration of Trump's appeal, setting the deadline between December 23rd and January 2nd. The United States and Israel are facing growing backlash around the world over their response to and handling of the Israel-Hamas war. And while the Biden administration is getting more critical of the Israeli blast across Gaza, the White House says a ceasefire is not in the right move right now. Marianne Rafferty reports.
Israel's bombardment of the Gaza Strip presses on with no clear end in sight.
Nothing will stop us. We will go to the end, to victory.
IDF ground and air operations further demolishing neighborhoods across the region as troops aim to destroy Hamas after the terror group's deadly incursion into Israel on October 7th.
It's Hamas that started this.
The White House says Hamas is using civilians as human shields, making it difficult for Israel to target militants among Gaza's crowded population.
We want this conflict to end.
But global outrage over the tens of thousands of Palestinian deaths is getting louder. The Biden administration says Israel must increase protective measures to avoid civilian casualties.
Our support for Israel is not diminished, but we have had concerns. And we have expressed those concerns about the prosecution of this military campaign.
Still, the White House says supporting calls for a ceasefire would only benefit Hamas.
Hamas could release the hostages today. They could surrender all those responsible for the October 7th attacks and lay down their arms, and the war would stop immediately.
Meanwhile, humanitarian conditions across Gaza are crumbling. Bouts of rain are turning crowded refugee camps into muddy rivers, risking the spread of disease.
Perhaps dying as martyrs will be better than dying here.
The Biden administration says focus also needs to be paid on what happens in Gaza after the war, calling for a two-state solution to secure peace. Marianne Rafferty, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Now, the Fox 61 Weather Watch with meteorologist Matt Scott.
Almost 7:17 on a Thursday morning, the weekend in sight. The temperature is mild for the weekend. We just got to get through around some chilly air today. The winds are not helping, but starting tomorrow, we up the ante numbers-wise. We'll keep it that way for a few days. Satellite radar composite, nothing. We like that. You can see the needles coming in from the north and west. A little breeze to them, so just a little wind taking a big chunk off of small temperatures, but looking around, aside from a little flurry activity, maybe a snow shower or two, moving through Binghamton, New York, that's it, and that's not going to be playing into our forecast at all. 28 degrees in the capital city right now, 30 in New Haven. We have temperatures mainly in the 20s, everybody below freezing, down to 22 in Torrington. Got to look at the winds. Again, they're out of the northwest, up to 7 to 10 miles an hour at worst, but that's enough to drop the real feel down to 15 to 20 in some points. A little warmer in the midsection, upper 20s in Meriden. This is not much. It's not horrifically cold, but it's definitely chilly out there. Cool and quiet at the bus stop this morning, at the afternoon later on today. As the sun sets, skies are clear, but we now have a more southerly flow in the atmosphere to start to try to moderate the temperatures a little bit, and we will definitely do that for Friday into Saturday, into Sunday. The only changes is towards late Saturday, mainly into Sunday. We will see a developing system down towards the shoreline. Way down over South Carolina. I'm going to move the map one more time to show you. Yeah, there's a lot of rain down over Florida and the Carolinas, and that will slowly be moving up this way. 38 the high today. Feels a little colder than that, even with lots of sunshine. A brisk northwesterly wind dressed for the lower 30s, and then into the 20s this evening. For tomorrow, back in the chips. Upper 40s, lower 50s for your highs, with the winds west-southwesterly. Going to moderate those temperatures, and we will thankfully keep them up for the duration of the weekend. Down to 34 Saturday morning. We've got 48s for Saturday and Sunday. Back into the upper 50s for Monday. There is that rainmaker down in the south. Looks like it's decidedly a go around here, and we'll keep it. And maybe into Tuesday as well. Shoreline temperatures 41 the high today. It's a little left to be desired, but boy, do we make up for it in fine fashion over the next few days. It's Wednesday, by the way, last full day of autumn. Winter begins Thursday night. We have lots more to come on the Fox 61 Morning News. Water beads, as you see on the screen, a huge safety risk for children. Which stores have pulled them off their shelves this Christmas? And the price to rent an apartment is dropping. How much tenants are dishing out these days for a warm place to live?
I send my stuff to my mom's house.
'Tis the season deal with porch pirates. We'll tell you other places you can have your packages delivered and secured away for them. That and more coming up.